Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. So this is the first weekly meta report for our PvP brackets. I am in the bracket number 1. I think things are a bit different on global because if I remember correctly for JP and CN, it was when you created the account, not when you enter the arena. Because I know my account, I was re-rolling, so it took me a while. I think I joined day 3, so I was still in group 1, which is fine. But interesting that we kind of get shuffled. But it's fine because after 76 days, we're going to have another different season, so things will shuffle by then. And you can see here that I'm on a currently 63 win streak. And this is my win rate and defense rate. I think I lost because my units were naked because I swapped the gears out, and I lost once due to disconnect in the beginning. So looking at the arena meta at its current stage, it is what I said initially, where it's basically all Cleave, and I'll explain the team behind it. You essentially have your starter, which is Timmy, and then you have your Alice to follow up, into the cleaver, in most cases it's going to be Ruri, and into a 4th flex slot. So I'll just show you the stats and everything because I'm not too worried. I'm not really trying to hide. So let's take a look at Timmy. So Timmy right now, the speed is 260 for myself. I think the top players already have, I know the top players already have 262, and the absolute cap for Timmy's max speed is 263. But because there's RNG involved, it's +5, -5%. As long as you are 260 and above, you have a fairly decent chance at a coin toss with the enemy. So Timmy's skill, what makes her really good is she grants a 30% action bar boost to all the allies. So basically, it lets the next person who is 30% slower than her to go next. In our case, it's Alice. So for Alice, mine is at 209 speed. You can obviously make her a bit faster if you want, but I use Alice for PvE as well. So Alice just needs to be within the 30% range, which is I think 195 plus to avoid being cut. But Alice will open with her second skill. Provides a bonus turn, an extra turn, and attack boost to your cleaver. So for most of you guys, your cleaver will be Grace. So let's find Grace right here, because you use her for PvE and the gearing requirements a lot lower. However, for players who have Ruri, harder to gear, but Ruri is much stronger. Just because her S3, if it crits on at least 2 enemies, she'll gain a bonus turn, so she uses S3 into S2. And S2 always has Ellie advantage, so you cycle really fast. So the opening is Timmy into Alice, pushing Ruri, and pretty much the enemy dies. Right now I have Sirius as my backup, just to clean up green units. She's on pretty much free gear, so she'll be cleaning up any green units that Ruri does not kill. And that is the initial PvP environment. Oh, thank you very much for donating 20 points. But most of the time, Cleave is going to allow the majority of the players sit very comfortably at the 4,000 plus score range. So because we're at the start, you won't get there, but here the 4,000 score range, you are going to be sitting very comfortably here if you're cleaving, just because other people will be cleaving around this range, and there will be bots for you to fight, not in the training mode, in the live mode. There will be bots as you play, and the way to tell if they're bots or not is if they are you'll be able to see when you challenge someone. I can't challenge right now, but if it says they're not in a guild, then they are usually a bot. Ideally, if you are hardcore, you want to push for 5200, and ideally 50 to 50, so you're at the minimum ranking reward to get the 30 per week. And then of course, if you can, go for 5450 to get the one-time first place or top frame. So that is the PvP meta, and expect the first week or 2 at the top to be Cleave 100% as the players farm their gears and then slowly transition to bruisers. Later on, players will transition to more defensive comps to try to stall or force more of a coin toss. But for the majority of the players, it's still worth to invest in a fast Alice or fast Timmy pushing Alice, because Timmy's base speed is higher than Alice, so you have more stats from the speed component. So you want your Alice to get pushed by the Timmy to push your Cleaver and just cleave. It's very fast, and PvP, don't sweat it too much. Initially, it's just going to be difficult for free to play, but you will be able to compete when you catch up. So yeah, I'm hoping to have this as an ongoing series where I talk about the meta and provide you guys an update, or later on showcase some of the fights. But if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.